Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over some controversial topics. Now, I was very on the edge whether or not I should make this video or not, because I do not want to make enemies of spoofers, but this has to be shown. This has to be talked about. This is absolutely ridiculous, okay, at this point. Now, there's a few other things that are coming into play before we get into what I'm going to show you here. This is completely ridiculous. We're talking they're going to get XL candies, max out legendaries, easy money within a day. Okay, without rating. So what's going on here? Again, now this is not to attack the person who made this, and I'm not going to even tell you. That doesn't matter. It's the fact that it's out there, and this was sent to me. So it wasn't like hunting it. Somebody sent it to me. It was actually a couple of people like, dude, what do you think about this? I was like, well, it's obvious it's been here. Not this specific hack that we're going to be showing and going over. And if you're thinking, whoa, Poke, showing this is not a good thing, that means more people are going to do it. Well, good. That means Niantic should get off their asses and fix it as soon as possible. That's the way it works. Just to let you know, you expose something, light gets shed on it, and then it gets shut down. Okay, that's how it works. If you let something just keep on slithering through the dark, you know, between people's feet, nobody's ever gonna give a shit or step on it until somebody steps up and does it. Okay, so there you go. Again, I'm not trying to call out anybody. I'm just going to show you that we are dealing with exploits like this in the game, and you have people out here actually working their asses off to max out these things. Now, again, we have to get into the topic of why are they doing this? Well, because it's the easy way to max something out. Legendaries, mythicals, anything they want immediately. Okay, and this is gonna have to do with routes. Now, I'm not 100% sure how this works, but I do have the footage here, and it's not super complicated. I'm just, whatever. All right, but Niantic, hey, if you're watching, you better get up off your butts and fix this, because people are exploiting the hell out of this. And okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start this right now, and we'll start it now. All right, so I am going to be cutting out his name. I'm probably pretty sure it's just like a random name for him to use while he's online and streaming and stuff. But again, this is not to attack them. I'm just showing you this is what other people are doing on the other end. Now, if you're like, okay, slow down, Poke. Niantic nerfed the remote raids. So how are rural players who have nobody else in their area, or whatever the case may be, are going to max out legendaries if they can't do as many remote raids as they possibly can like before, which was enabling them to max out these legendaries if they were choosing to invest all of this money for the remote raid passes when we were able to do unlimited. Correct. And to that, I have to say, you're not wrong, right? And I'm not going to super condemn these people. It is an exploit, and this should not be used, but it is forcing people to do things like this. Now, if we still had unlimited remote raid passes, they would still be doing this. You better freaking believe it. Now, there's more of an incentive to do it now that they cannot remote raid unlimited. So there is that option. Like, okay, well, screw Niantic. Everybody's on this screw Niantic thing, right? So I don't blame you for doing this, but I want you to see that this is something, and there was a dozen other ways to max out Pokemon and get XL candies before as an exploit. So whenever I was calling people out for maxing out a Zarude on day 2 or day 3 or 4, or a Segaleo on day 1, or a Mew on day 12, get the frick out of here with that when they say, oh, I walk to work, I ride my bike to work every day, get out of here. See, this is why they hate me, because I seriously call out the BS right where it is, right where it stands. We get the hazmat team in there, we clean it up, and we take care of business immediately, and we get rid of the virus, which was them. Okay, and they hated that fact, and the people probably knew I was right to some degree, but they didn't want to agree, so they just bashed me, and that's where I'm at. See, this is why they hate me so much, is because I keep on calling out the BS instead of just simply ignoring it, which, no, I'm not going to do. I'm not going to call out everything, but I'm going to say, yeah, no, that doesn't seem legit. You don't seem legit to me. That doesn't seem right. You walk to work every day, or you ride your bike to work every day. That's how you got, oh yeah? So you circle the globe like 2 times to get enough XL candies from you in 2 days? Right, get the out of here with that shit. There's a bunch of BS. Now you can max out a Mew. It's been plenty of time, so don't go and leave it in the comments. I'm talking about when they were first released, immediately. So this exploit right here, as you've been seeing on the screen, will allow them, as you can see, all the candies they were getting to yield this. Easy money. So, you know, where are we at here with legit players, right? So you got people in the city who can remote raid 5 times and then just do regular raid passes, and they don't have to worry about that because every single raid that they're in pretty much is going to be filled up with that 5+ little logo on the top, which is just heavenly to see, right? So you don't have to worry about ever having enough people. You can always go into these raids and take them out easy money without any issues. But you do have these other people out here on the side who have no people in their area. They love the game, they've been playing it for a while, and they just want to continue playing and maybe just max out these things, and they're minding their own business. They don't attack gyms, they don't go and go Battle League, which I highly doubt. They don't go and go Battle League if they max out legendaries and mythicals. I highly doubt that, but we can't say that they do. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that most of them do. So what do I stand on this? Well, it's kind of a hard decision. Now, again, I'm not going to condemn them, but I am going to show you it. Okay, this is happening, right? If you do this and you say, yeah, I do it, you're not going to say you're proud of it, but you will straight up admit it. Salute. Hey, man, just you admitted it. But if you're going to go around and post things on, you know, X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, or social media, look at this, worked really hard for this mythical, maxed it out, and then you try to make up a story, and then when people call you out on Facebook and wherever the case may be, and you start digging yourself a hole in your story. I remember that happened with the Mew way back in the day when it first came out and somebody maxed it out and called them out, and then it started, you know, snowballing and they started stumbling with their story. Well, I ride my bike to work. I take a long way, and okay, bro, you got caught. You defitted, okay? And defit is another way to, I'm not 100% sure how this works, but something to do with just immediately calculating numbers and just putting them in and getting those kilometers so you can rack up the candy, right? So there's that. This game has a lot of exploits. You have no idea. So again, I don't like to touch on these topics because I don't want to out these people, because I know the game is busted, but I was a little compelled for this one here. This is a little bit much. So essentially what they're doing is going back and forth on the routes, teleporting back and forth, and the candies are just accumulating. If you got a Poffin out, you already know all those things. You get the perks, less kilometers, and all that good stuff. And it's absolutely incredibly cheaty, to say the least. Now, I get it. If you want to go and spoof into a very popular and well-known area with a bunch of lures and, you know, gyms are always popping, you do your spoof thing. Cool. But when it comes to exploiting the candies like this, you're taking it a step further that you shouldn't be. And I have to say that that's a little bit of a no-no. You're gonna, I mean, come on, how far do you have to take it before you say, you know, before you're satisfied? You just had to go beyond and above and beyond to do this. I just find it bananas that this kind of thing is going on. Well, I don't actually, because I already knew it was happening, but there you have it. Just wanted to bring you this. So I don't want you to go around and start accusing people like, hey, are you using this? But just know that it's out there, because knowledge is power. The more you know, the better. You know, it's good to be ignorant to some things, like, I don't know, how many, I mean, I'm not saying I'm dirty, I'm a clean person, okay, but it doesn't matter how clean you are, but being ignorant to microscopic things, personally, for me, is something that I enjoy. Like, you know, just little dust mites and things like that. You look at them under a microscope and they look like there's some beast from another planet. It's terrifying. And to know that they're all over the place and there's nothing that you can do, that's something you can stay ignorant to. Okay, little bugs, little microscopic things. Otherwise, it's good to keep yourself informed and knowledgeable on topics that are happening in the game, so you are aware of your surroundings. As simple as that. Again, don't go around accusing people and this and that. And don't go harassing whoever this is. I don't have a bone to pick with anybody on this. I'm not angry, I'm mad or anything like that, but I'm just going to say that it is a little bit over the top, and you probably should tone it down a little bit. Niantic will be patching this, I would assume, because this is absolutely bonkers of an exploit. So apparently they can get a legendary maxed out in a day. Less than a day. Less than a day. If they got the phone on a certain cooldown setting, you know, doesn't get too hot. But take a look at that, folks. Ain't that something? So while the rest of us are working our ass off, doing little 5 raids a day, going out with our little remote raid pass, even if we're living in a rural place who we don't have very many people, but we're still working to get the candies the right way. Other people aren't. Ain't that some? That's the way life goes though, huh? Anyways, there you have it, folks. More exploits in Pokemon Go, and you better believe people are not just maxing out mythicals and legendaries legitimately. Not only that, but newer Pokemon in general. See, again, I don't want to target a specific YouTuber who showcases Go Battle League content, because I can't say definitively for sure anybody is doing this, but you know, they're in the clear a lot of times when they showcase a Pokemon that's brand new that just came out, and you're like, how the hell did they get the candies for that? Today we're showcasing this. It's like, oh, they're showcasing it. They didn't do it. Who cares? It's that unknown person. So they're in the clear. You see, it's kind of like laundering almost in a way. In a sense, you put it in dirty, it comes out clean. You see this? You see, I'm not stupid. I see a lot of this crap, and I'm not saying all the showcases they're doing are people are you know, cheating to get candies. No. Let's not take it that too far, but you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's like, how did you get that many XL candies for that thing that does not have any raids yet and takes that many kilometers to walk as your buddy, and it's only been here for a month? That makes no sense. But we do have XL candies that you can throw into them now, which are pretty accessible through raids, although they do not drop as much as you would like them to. Also, regular candies are something to think about as well. So yeah, anyways, there you have it, folks. People are getting XL candies and maxing out their legendaries and mythicals like it is nothing. And then like they're little kids in the candy shop, quite literally. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video and you did find it informative, if you like these little bits of news, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I will be catching you all next time. Take care.